All right, what's happening, Bimmerites? Beats here with my man Jeff. We're back at HB Racing, and today we are going to be installing a Walboro 450 fuel pump with the Precision Raceworks setup into my 135i. Let's get into it. It's Bimmer time. All right, yeah, so let's do it. Time to install a new fuel pump into my 135i.
So, the first thing you're going to want to do is basically pop the rear seat out. Very easy to do. When doing this fuel pump also, you're going to want to make sure you have at least under half a tank of gas, or you're basically going to spill a lot of fuel out when you pull out the fuel pump. We've done a lot of these. There's a lot of recalls on the BMW fuel pumps. Especially in the 135s, they like to shit the bed a lot.
Just watch that mic is behind you a little. Yeah.
So to get the rear seat out,
I'm gonna come over to the other side, but
pull up. Very easy.
Oh, I haven't taken my rear seat out yet, so
let's see what's.
We're gonna find all kinds of goodies in here. Well, I don't know if I call them goodies, but some.
Found the key.
It's the key to my heart, Jeff.
Oh.
Okay, we've got some change, of course. Beer cap, lighter, golf tee. That's for the exhaust mod, but I already did that. Yeah, some sunflower seeds, the key to my heart. Not a lot of good stuff. Nothing good. No drugs. No money.
Womp womp.
I don't know what that is.
So, you're going to have two spots. This one's going to be where your fuel pump's going to be.
Oh, I thought they were subwoofers.
No.
Damn.
Sadly, no. So, this thing kind of always gets in your way. So,
yeah.
What we do, grab a screwdriver or a pry bar, and basically it's going to hold itself up. Those are 10 millimeters. So, you're going to just want to pop those out. And you can get to the actual fuel pump.
Time to pump up the jam and pump some more fuel. I'm fucking pumped. Oh, he's punny.
It's almost too low. Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
So,
what do you got there?
It's a 10 millimeter.
10 mil. Probably shouldn't be smoking while doing this
Do not
job.
Smoke while you're doing this job, or it goes kaboom.
Probably want to wear gloves if you're a pansy like Jeff too.
Well,
off camera I told him to wear them. I'm just fucking around.
in reality, you do want to wear gloves, especially with dealing with gas. It's just kind of nasty.
You nasty bitch.
Nasty, ho.
Oh, God. See? This car was in the filthiest place in existence. It's like it came from Mars. Do you see what I mean? The level of filth that's everywhere. That's just like... Do you see that? You do a lot of these. Are they usually that dirty in there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. A lot of dirt kind of gets up there. You know, it's just a shitty area.
It's a shitty area. Kind of like the taint. It's just a shitty area.
You got a little pick beats?
Yeah, man. I gotta pick me up.
Pick me up.
Oh, not that kind. Here, you can hold this. You gotta pick the right tool for the job here.
Yeah, you gotta just kind of pick out the
the clip.
which is stuck against that. There we go.
Oh, of course, hand blocking it on camera every time. Every time it finally happens, you can't see it happen. It's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty dirty.
Pretty. Oh, we got the shop vac right there. Why don't we zap that with the shop vac before we open that up?
So with the fuel lines, you can basically press the 2 tabs on the side and try to pull her out. Sometimes they're a little bit of a pain, or a lot of bit of a pain. Nicely done. Cool.
Backing.
Backing. Cool. So now you're gonna get the other one.
The other
fuel
line.
This guy actually is your straight fuel line. That I believe is your vent line.
The smaller one you're doing now?
Yep.
Yeah.
So just push the little red tab, pop it out. This is kind of a pain in the ass because these are always going to be in your way. So it requires a little bit of maneuvering, to say the least. So Beats, before I hit the vacuum, just so I can get the last little bit of this. So now basically I'm getting the special tool ready. Really don't try to do this stuff without the special tool. It's a huge
The ring removal tool?
Yeah, it's a huge pain in the ass to get the fuel ring off without the special tool. Just literally makes your life 100 times easier. They are kind of stiff on there to actually get them off. So you're gonna want to get a decent ratchet. Upper, lower, cool. So, just like that.
So this looks like a fun and exciting little thing to have to do.
Oh yeah. It's all in the name of power, Beats. Might need to get something a little bigger.
Now you should have some leverage on that.
There we go.
That's it, just a little bit to pop it loose. It's not like you got to twist.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just a little.
$40 just to do that.
Yeah.
Welcome to BMWs.
I mean, could be worse.
True. Oh, maybe I do have to twist these ones all the way off. Some of them you don't.
Some it's just a quarter turn and it locks.
This one I guess I gotta do the whole one.
I don't know what's backward guiding it right back to that same place. The hose?
No, I think it's just the angle of her.
One eternity later.
Like you don't have clearance. Oh no. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, of course, that was kind of hard. It's just that it shouldn't be that hard, that's all. It's not that it was that bad. It's okay to have to try to do something and not, and it'd be a little bit, but
welcome to the world.
it shouldn't be that hard. Like, give us another 1/4 of an inch on the ring so it'll just come out, you know what I mean? Like,
now you're starting to understand BMWs, Beats.
here, can you even hold something?
Yeah, just... Oh, there's all the goodies.
Yeah, now you got to disconnect from there, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So, of course, BMW doesn't like to give you any space, but these fuel pumps, they're not horrible. Basically, you're going to remove a few of these lines. This little connector kind of sucks because it's plastic, but luckily with the kit, they have a new one, so even if I did break this, or do break this, we have a new one, so it doesn't really matter too much. Oh.
Give me the screwdriver, I can try and hold the other side off at the same time.
There we go. There we go. Of course, you're being stubborn. Get out, little clip.
There we go.
Yep. Drop the pieces in there. Yep, but I can scoop it out after. Now the fun part. These I have to cut that tab off and that tab off. Pull the lines off and it should be good. So there's two lines on the side that basically act as siphons for you have what's called a saddleback gas tank. So, you know, basically there's one little section on this side, one section on that side, and, you know, you'll have little hoses that will help siphon the gas back into it, at least into the general area of the fuel pump. So, got to remove those, and it looks like I just gotta cut that one little tab off on the fuel pump, and this should be good. Yep. Do you have those cutters?
Yep.
Not yet. So you're gonna cut this one little tab. It's basically a line on the fuel pump itself. Try not to drop anything in here. Does kind of suck. Some of them have just like a little plastic clip. You don't have to cut, but this one we are going to basically try to get a set of dikes in. Cut this little line off of the fuel pump. Oh, just get off. You're basically going to be replacing this with just a zip tie, because zip tie will work just as well.
And not take 19 minutes to get off.
Yeah. There we go. So once that's cut, should just be able to slide this off. Of course.
It's got 165,000 miles. It ain't gonna slide off that easy.
True.
Use that tiny little screwdriver and pry that hose apart.
And then try.
Or the pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm sure it's just sealed on there really good.
Yeah, through the years. Do you have a set of pliers? Thank you. Oh, you whore. Oh, you girl. Yeah.
And the crowd goes wild.
Oh. Well, we're gonna get some gas in here, Reach.
You want me to get an oil pan or something?
Wow.
Oh, nicely done, nicely done. The floater and clear.
You're losing little gas beats.
But I'm gaining power.
Exactly. So then basically got to remove the tank level float. So basically just kind of pry on the side. That. Pry on the other side. You can see these black little tabs. Just kind of slide it out. Get all the wires out of the way. And if you want, you can unplug the actual connector so you have it completely out of your way. So once you have the fuel tank level float out, basically there's going to be 3 little tabs. Just going to kind of get to, pry them back. Oh, I see the little tabs, they just don't want to pry out. Again, this isn't something that we commonly do at the dealerships. Usually we replace the whole cup and everything, but essentially we're modifying this to be able to fit the Walboro. So, sometimes things don't go quite as easy as you expect. Basically, these are plastic welded on, so you actually have to kind of break them off. You're replacing this whole top piece with a metal piece. So
Broke the bucket.
it said minimal cracks is fine. Still not getting out. No, not ideal. But I'm going to be drilling essentially into the plastic, screwing in pieces of metal, so
it'll have support. And
yeah, these chips basically aren't doing anything.
they're just cosmetic.
Yep.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
Yep. Womp womp.
Looks like
Yeah,
it was
as you
meant to
can
go
see,
there.
Like
Yeah,
I
it's
said,
like
they're
plastic welded. Yeah.
So that's why I was, same thing I guess with these ones too. But at least these ones I have a little more access to.
Is that the fuel filter we were talking about?
Yeah, this is your old fuel filter. Look at that thing. Gross.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's off. Not
That's
even
a lot
entirely.
of a bucket.
These are not coming out nice. What I can do after is try to heat them up, maybe melt them together a little bit.
A little bit of. Do we have some of that?
JB Weld.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could throw some of that on.
I had some. We had some here for the last job we did.
This is because it's basically what I'm reading is these are all plastic welded in, so you have to pry them out, and basically you have to break them.
Could you just cut them free and leave the little black tabs on there? Like cut the arm off?
Yeah, you could probably do that. Yeah, I cut something just so I can get it out.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Now we can remove whatever bits of that we want, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's what I would do, guys. Just go ahead and cut those pieces out, and then you can, you know, with a whizzer wheel, Dremel, whatever, remove as much plastic as left as you want, but at least that way you won't be breaking the sides of your bucket, like Jeff did tonight.
Sorry.
Dude, you know,
I know. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, that's crazy.
if they're not in the way.
Oh, let's go on the inside. Exactly where those are. Yeah, of course they would.
Okay, so you definitely got to get those off as much as you can, because that's right where the frame is going to sit. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so it turns out the chisel was the tool for the job. A little bit of warmth added from the blowtorch helped out sliding off the last one there. It was really fighting them. But, you know, obviously you got some gasoline in there, so don't go crazy with a red hot thing. I mean, it does take a good flame to light gasoline, but you know what I'm saying. Be careful. Don't do what we're doing.
So with installing this, you're going to want to cut these little tabs off. I guess it just makes life a lot easier with removing it and putting it back in. Woo! One down. Get that a little closer. Yeah, that one cut off perfect. Perfect. So, getting the kit, there's going to be a little drilling involved, not too much. Just want to give this a few more minutes to set, but
Why? For what to set?
for the JB.
We didn't film that. That's why I'm saying it.
Oh.
We hit the crack spot. We hit the crack spot on the what the hell do you the bucket. We hit the crack spot on the fuel bucket with a little bit of JB weld to seal it up. So that's what we're letting set right now. And Jeff also went ahead and cleaned the bucket with some brake clean. Got it nice and clean inside now. So that's where we're at.
So basically, one of the things I'm going to have to do is, once I screw the fuel pump and everything else in, I have to drill into the side of the bucket to run this for the reservoir, not reservoir, the regulator, I believe, or some sort of vent or something or another. So basically I have to put it in like that, put a couple zip ties around it, and then it's good to go. So another thing I can do while I'm waiting, I got to reuse this fitting or this connector.
Connector, yep.
So gonna cut it off, butt connect in the new ones. So right now, just wiring in the actual fuel pump itself into the connector. Make life a little easier for us. So all we have to do is just this one connection, and then we're good to go for the actual electronics of the fuel pump. Then these are also heat shrink butt connectors. So after we finish butt connecting them, basically we take a little a lighter or something, and basically we'll seal these. Very nice, very easy. Kind of squish them a couple times.
Yes, that's right, guys. This is super sexy method.
Give them a little tug test.
Yep, always do a tug.
Cool. And then just need some sort of lighter, which I have.
Some sort of lighter or a lighter?
A lighter.
Yeah. What would
Torch.
Yeah, you want that blowtorch back there? No. It's the lighter. What's the matter? Supposed to do it first?
Yep. That's supposed to go in.
Uh-huh.
Wire's supposed to go through. Boom.
And this is why we're making this video for you guys, so that you don't have to make the small mistakes that I'd say we're making, but we all know Jeff's making them. Anyway, this is why we're making this video. It's not like he's done this before, you know what I mean? So we're learning as we go, as you guys would be, except for you don't have to as much because you can learn from our mistakes or successes. That's the point of this, right? So, oh, that's where the I see. It comes with the ports attached for the additional fuel pumps, so you just take those out and block it off.
That should fit in fine. Cool. So now I just gotta drill the holes and good to go. Oh, I guess that's where it's gonna sit. At least this pump.
So Jeff's just grabbing a Sharpie so he can mark the holes now that we've got everything sitting down inside there. Take it all back out, drill out the holes to mount the frame so everything stays in place. And we put it all back together. Getting pretty close. 3 hours in? Probably close to that. We did have to run to the store for some JB Weld. That took 15-20 minutes. You know how it goes. BMW land. Okay, got your spots marked?
Yep. Time to do a little drilling.
Right where it's welded?
Yep.
Of course, because that's right where the little other things were. Perfect.
That went through like literally butter. Cool. So I just gotta put some holes in for that. These I don't have to be super precise with, because these are literally just for zip ties to hold this in place.
In the bottom of it?
Yep.
Now, why did you put those zip ties through the bottom? Is it to mount, to secure that?
Exactly. Secure this kind of in place.
You want to give me a shot of that inside when you're done? Or where? Oh, I see. To secure that.
Exactly, because before the fuel pump itself will kind of hold it in place for you. But obviously, without that, that makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah, not the kind of thing you want slipping off.
Nope. Cool. Now let's slide that down in place.
Zip tie it back down.
Zip tie it where it needs to be.
That's a sharp drill bit right there. That's the sharpest one in the shed. Oh.
Gotta re-JB weld it.
Party foul. What's that little thing that goes through there?
These are the little things that hold the
Frame?
yeah, basically hold the frame in place.
Just little clips, like pins, plastic push pins, kind of. Nice, nice.
Okay.
She's together.
She's together. Cool. Let's throw her in.
You want to fix that crack or no?
Yeah, let's throw a little more.
Okay, we're gonna take a little break and let that JB weld sit and harden up, and we'll be right back with you.
Have that set in place first. So I need one more zip tie.
Sure.
Gotta keep these somewhat together.
I'll tell you, this LED flashlight is coming handy for you. I mean, it lights up the video, but it's been lighting up what you're trying to do all the time too, so that's working out good.
Cool. Get this bad boy. Remember how tight it was before?
Yep.
Yeah, you know those little push pins on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in the way.
Oh yeah.
Christ. Oh, Jesus.
I got 2 of them in at least.
Yeah.
Just farting.
So easy. I mean, every time it's like if they just gave you another quarter or half an inch, life would be a breeze. It's
Oh, yeah.
Do you really have to engineer it down to the millimeter?
Yes.
Could we have a bit of breathing room?
Nope. No breathing room. This is a BMW.
Hold your breath!
You want to breathe? Buy a Ford.
Buy a Lexus.
Buy a Lexus. Did I mention
Buy a bloaty Mercedes.
Yep.
Although they do sound good.
What, the bloated Mercedes?
V8 Mercedes
Oh,
can
yeah.
sound real nice.
I won't deny that. It's all for race car beats. Trust me, this is more interesting than the normal fuel pumps I do at work.
Yeah, no, I know that. That's what I'm saying. It's good for you to at least get some different stuff under your belt so that we can get the job done without fucking hating life.
Oh. Go. Hear that little click? She locked in place.
Oh, we're getting close to a refire. Oh. Nice. Yeah, that was good.
Just gonna have to put it on crooked. There we go. Woohoo! Oh, let's see what happens.
Might as well just fire it from there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that took longer than expected. Who would have guessed? No way. Did it really? It did. It always does. So anyway, it's not Jeff's fault. It's just things are difficult, and it's also something new for him, new for me, obviously. And so it takes a little bit of trial and error and a little bit of patience, as always. So we didn't quite wrap everything up. You saw where we got to. We're going to try and fire it up. Fingers crossed. We hear some... Give it one more.
Yep.
Whoops, that was me. I'll let the clutch out. And see what the hell's going on.
So I just wanted to make sure it starts before tightening everything back up again and putting that horrible hose back on. I want to make sure that hose is just a vent. So that's not doing anything. So give it a quick try.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's give her another test. I've been cold all day. I'd really love for this bitch to clear up. I mean, Jeff's cold too. He just doesn't complain as much as me. He's not as old as me. Oh, shit! Shut her down?
Yep, we can shut it down.
Okay, cool.
We'll say that's successful.
She's running. It's a good thing. Okay, we were hoping to be done before it got dark out. We almost were, but it didn't happen. Ran into a couple snags. She's in though. She's running. We're going to take it for a little test drive. It's dark out, so it's not going to be great footage, but hey, what the hell. We'll get a little bit for you anyway. Let's do this. It's Bimmer time. It's my Bimmer time. Whoa. Right. You want to hold the tablet, see what we get? Get this spot here.
17. That's what I saw.
Backfired?
Yep.
So took longer than we thought it would. Of course, like I said, ran into a couple snags. You saw the test drive footage though. Everything is good. I guess that does it. It's time for, I guess that does it for another episode of Bimmer TV. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next episode of Bimmer TV. I am tired. This episode is done. It's Bimmer time. Peace out.